What's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy DC Wrestling back at it again. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, a wonderful Friday. Thank God that it's Labor Day weekend after the craziness that was online school this past week. I needed a break, so I'm so glad that Labor Day weekend is finally upon us. And yeah. Now, obviously, I told you guys I was going to do an AEW All Out prediction, so here we are. Before I get to the AEW All Out predictions, as I was just recording this video, I just found out the news that AOP, the Authors of Pain, Akam, and Razor have been released. And it's kind of crazy because they were just, last time I saw them, they was tagged along with Seth Rollins, and they were part of Seth Rollins little Monday Night Messiah gimmick and everything. So, and one of them got injured. I don't know who, but one of them got injured, and they are no longer part of the WWE no more. So it kind of sucks because a lot of people say they've been mistreated. And I guess you could say that, but in my personal opinion, I feel like the reason why the Authors of Pain did not do so good on the main roster was the fact that they were just injury prone. One got injured, and then the next one got injured. They got injured. You didn't see them for like a year, and then they come back, and then they're on the show for a few months, and then they're injured again. So it's like they're not a bad tag team. They could put on, great tag team matches. I mean, we saw that in NXT, with DIY, with the Revival, now known as FTR. It's like they were a good tag team. It's just that injuries suffered them. You know what I mean? Like, look at Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe, who really should have been WWE champion or main eventer at least one time, but yet is prone to the mid-card. And yet, every time he wrestles, we don't see him only for like a few months until he's injured again. So, it is what it is, man. We can't get mad at that. We can't get pissed at that. Injuries are a part of, life, man. So, injuries happen. They come out of nowhere. You could be the healthiest person alive and still get injured. So, it is what it is, man. And I wish the two the best in luck. And, who knows, maybe AEW will sign them. Maybe they'll go to Ring of Honor, New Japan, or who else. But, once this pandemic dies down, who knows what they'll do. Anyway, so we're here. AEW's All Out. I don't know if this is their WrestleMania. AEW's WrestleMania. I don't know if it's AEW All Out or Double or Nothing. One of those two shows is their WrestleMania. But we have 9 matches on the card as of today. 1 being taking place on the pre-show, which I'm surprised it is taking place on the pre-show, considering that these two gals have been going at it for months now. And that is Britt Baker versus Big Swole in a tooth versus nail match. Now, I don't know how they're going to do this tooth and nail match. All I know is Britt Baker is facing Big Swole. And this is obviously a big, women's division feud that in a women's division that is not so good right now, that needs a lot of improvement. This is Britt Baker's first match since her injury in months, so it's good to see Britt Baker back. I'm happy that Britt Baker is back. I think Britt Baker should be pushed as the number 1 star of the women's division because she's clearly shown that she's a superstar in her own right. Big Swole has been playing a really cool role, just being the baby face, coming after Britt Baker. I think this is gonna be a pretty good, decent match. I got Britt Baker win this one, and the reason why I say that is because number 1, man, Britt Baker just came back. You can't just have Britt Baker go on these promos, cut these good promos, and then expect her to lose. You know what I mean? Just have Britt Baker beat Big Swole, and then who knows? Maybe you could start, pushing Britt Baker. You know what I mean, or whatever. Do what you have to do. You know what I mean? So we have Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara in a Broken Rules match, which I believe, correct me if I'm wrong here, this is a last man standing match. I don't know why they called it a Broken Rules match when they just could have called it a last man standing match. But then again, WWE has the last man standing rule, so they're like, F it, let's just call this a broken rules match since Matt Hardy is basically broken. So here's the caveat in this situation. So if Matt Hardy loses, he has to leave AEW, right? Now, that stipulation alone is already not even a prediction, but predictable that Matt Hardy's going to win, that Sammy Guevara is not going to win, that Matt Hardy's going to win. I'll be shocked if Sammy actually wins, but I don't see Sammy winning. These guys have been feuding quite some time now. Obviously, with the whole chair shot that Sammy got heat on. But yeah, I got Matt Hardy winning this one, and who knows, maybe Matt Hardy will move on from Sammy Guevara after this situation, but I got Matt Hardy winning this one. So now we have a tag team match, Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus versus the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson. So obviously Matt and Nick Jackson, they had their whole little tirade recently with Hangman. Obviously the dissension in the Elite recently a lot. Honestly, I got the Young Bucks winning this one. I think the seeds are planning, like they're turning the Young Bucks, for turning heel. It's only a matter of time when the Young Bucks are gonna turn heel. So I got the Young Bucks winning this match. This is gonna be a really good match. I got the Young Bucks winning this one. Now we have an 8-man tag team match. We got the Dark Order, Brody Lee, who just completely killed Cody on Dynamite, like 2 weeks ago. You got Brody Lee, you got Colt Cabana, you got Evil Uno and Stu Grayson versus Matt Cardona, Scorpion Sky, and the Natural Nightmares, Dusty Rhodes and QT Marshall, who will be managed by Allie, who will be accompanying them to the ring in an 8-man tag team match. So the Dark Order is basically like, okay, we're going to kill the Nightmare family. We're going to kill everyone in the Nightmare family, and you got the Nightmare family basically defending the honor of Cody and Brody Lee. I mean, not Brody Lee, good Lord. And Brandy Rhodes. So, honestly, man, I got the Dark Order winning this one because the Dark Order has a lot of momentum heading into this match, and I feel like that the Dark Order, they're just on a really collision force right now. They're just on top right now, that they just can't be beat. Like nobody cannot beat them right now. And I gotta give AEW credit because back in December we were all like talking about how, this Dark Order gimmick sucks. This ain't gonna be good for AEW. Get the Dark Order off TV. Did you see the one Dark Order member who was fake punching, who just completely missed his punches with Dustin Rhodes? It was crazy. Remember, we were all like, this is just terrible storyline. What AEW did, they turned a faction, what originally was heavily criticized, let me remind you. When you have Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez criticizing the Dark Order, that already lets you know that it's bad. You know what I mean? So, you had Dark Order, who was X-Pac heat back in December. Now, Dark Order is one of the best things happening on TNT right now. Brody Lee is doing a hell of a job carrying Dark Order. And even at first, when he came to AEW, I was like, I don't know about this, fam. I don't know if this is going to work. But they completely booked him amazingly with Cody. They didn't have Cody get any offense. They completely said that, okay, Cody, you're going to go out there and you're going to get squashed, basically. Good for Brody Lee winning the TNT Championship. Because when he first came to AEW, he was winning, and then he lost to Jon Moxley at Double or Nothing, and it was like, oh, God, come on. So, yes, I'm glad. So I got the Dark Order winning this one. Now, we have a 21-man casino battle royale with the winner receiving a future AEW World Championship match. You got Darby Allin Lance Archer, Brian Cage, Ricky Starks, Pentagon Jr., Ray Phoenix, The Blade and the Butcher, Eddie Kingston, who I've been a really huge fan of lately, Shawn Spears, Billy, not Billy Gunn, but Billy, his son Austin Gunn, Jake Hager, Santana and Ortiz, Chuck Taylor, and Trent. So basically, besides Darby Allin, all the other people are tag teams. And Shawn Spears, so I don't really see anyone except the heels, you know. So to be honest with you, man, I don't... If I had to pick anyone out of these two... Oh, and you also have the to-be-decided person who will be revealed in the Casino Battle Royale. But out of the guys... I see Darby Allin winning, but I think it's going to be the to-be-decided person who's going to win. And there have been rumors. It could who could it be? It could be Rusev. It could be Eric Rowan. It could be someone who we don't even know. But here's the crazy thing. Every time someone makes their debut in AEW, they get a shot at the AEW World Championship, and what happens? They lose, and they go right back down the car, right back to AEW Dark. It happened to Brian Cage. It happened to Brody Lee until he was able to win the TNT Championship. So, who do I think is to be decided? Hell, I'm going to say it. I think Rusev. Who knows? Maybe Rusev with his whole, I'm not retired. I'm retiring. I'm gonna be your Twitch streamer now. I hope I'm your favorite Twitch gamer or something like that shit. So I got if it's Rusev who makes his debut, then I got Rusev winning this one. And if it's Eric Rowan or whoever, but my person to be decided, I think it's gonna be Rusev. Alright, so let's see. Let's get into more matches before we get to the championship matches. Alright, so we have Chris Jericho versus Orange Cassidy, Part 3. We have the Mimosa Mayhem match, where the match can be won by pinfall, submission, or throwing the opponent into a tank of mimosa, or as Chris Jericho likes to call it, a little bit of the bubbly. Or I believe there's another tank, which is orange juice, which is Orange Cassidy's vibe. But, you know, we got to give credit. You know, the first match was good. The second match wasn't really that good as the first one. But you got to give credit to Chris Jericho for putting Orange Cassidy over. I think that's one of the reasons why I like Chris Jericho and AEW is the fact that he's putting these young guys over like Orange Cassidy. Well, even though in reality Orange Cassidy, I believe, is the same age as Roman Reigns, but you know, wrestling is wrestling. But yeah, man. So shit, I got Jericho winning this one. I'm sorry, Orange Cassidy. I got Jericho winning this one. I think Jericho is gonna win this fight. I think he is. I don't know what they're gonna do with Orange Cassidy after this. I don't know what they're gonna do with Jericho. You know what? They could put Jericho back in the AEW World Championship because Jericho hasn't won the title since Revolution, and I understand you're like, oh, I don't need the title. I'm the Le Champion with or without the belt. But dude, you still have a rematch clause for the title. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I got Jericho winning this one. So we have something happened. But we have Hikaru Shida versus Thunder Rosa, the NWA girl, for the AEW Women's World Championship. And I saw a little bit about Thunder Rosa. I didn't really know that much about Thunder Rosa. Sorry, kiddos. I didn't really watch that much NWA. But I saw what she's been doing. I think she's actually pretty good, actually. I think this match against her and Hikaru Shida is going to be really good. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of Hikaru Shida. Hikaru Shida is one of my favorites in the AEW. And not just one of my favorites, but one of the most beautiful girls in the AEW women's division. I think this is going to be a really good women's match between two amazing women. But I think Thunder Rosa is going to beat Hikaru Shida because Hikaru Shida's reign has been, in my personal opinion, a little bit lackluster. I mean, she beat Nyla Rose, and then, I mean, what did she really do with the belt? She defended it against Penelope Ford, which was a good match, okay. But I don't know, man. It was just, it's been pretty lackluster. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah. Alright, so we have the tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. We have Kenny Omega and Adam Page versus FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Hardwood. Good God. Who will be accompanied to the ring by Tully Blanchard. Now, I love the AEW World Championship match, but I think this match is going to be the match of the night. I think this match is not only this match, it's this feud in general. Because this feud is not just about, and doesn't just involve Omega and Page or FTR. It involves the Young Bucks, the Elite in general. And I love the story that AEW has here. Because there's so many things that could play out. Is Kenny gonna turn heel? What is Adam Page gonna do? Adam Page is kicked out of the Elite. Kenny Omega and Adam Page, the Go Home show, they had a little dissension in the ranks. There's so much stuff and so many questions that you have about this match that makes you not only want to tune into this match, but to see how this match is going to play out. Now, it's obvious FTR is going to win the belts. They're going to win the AEW World Tag Team Championships for sure. And in my personal opinion, this is where Omega turns heel. This is where Omega brings back the gimmick that made him popular. The gimmick that made him got Vince McMahon knocking on his door. Hey, Kenny, you want to come to WWE? The gimmick that got him over. The gimmick that got people talking. The gimmick that made him a star in New Japan. The cleaner, Kenny Omega. Not the babyface assassin Kenny Omega. Not the happy-go-lucky be here Kenny Omega. The I don't give a F about you or any of you. I'm going to do things my way. The Kenny Omega. The Kenny Omega who in the G1 Climax Finals was like, I hope everyone down in Orlando is watching so you can get started and train for the next Kenny Omega Light. But it's not going to happen. I want to see the Kenny Omega who put on one of the best wrestling matches ever. Well, I don't know ever, but a really great match against Kazuchika Okada. Not one, not two, not three, but 4 times. The guy who was a sensational in New Japan, who was loved by the New Japan fans, and just a star in New Japan. That's the Kenny Omega I want to see. That's the Kenny Omega that the world wants to see, and I think this is where Kenny Omega is going to turn heel. And you know what, man? I got to give credit to AEW too, because last year we were all like, oh, Adam Page, he's not going to win the world title. Well, why does Adam Page deserve it? He's not ready. He ain't ready for this crap. But now look at Adam Page now. Now I know some people are going to be like, well, they're going to turn Adam Page heel. In my personal opinion, I think Adam Page isn't going to turn heel. I think FTR is going to side with Adam Page, and then they're going to turn on him. And all this is just to give the fans sympathy for Adam Page. Like, we're looking at Adam Page for sympathy. Like, we're all, oh my God, we feel sorry for you, Adam Page, stuff like that. This is going to catalyze Adam Page into a big star and even much bigger babyface than he already is. And let's be fucking real. Who doesn't want to see an Adam Page and Kenny Omega feud? Now, we have, let's see, I went through all the matches except the main event. The AEW World Championship, where Jon Moxley will be banned from using the Paradigm Shift. Sorry when I was having a little conversation with my good father. But anyways, back to the real point at hand here. Moxley and MJF, it's, I've been thinking about this for weeks. I've been thinking about this for days. I'm like, okay, like, who do I want to win? Who do I really want to win? And after thinking about it, after looking at the feud, I think Moxley's going to retain. And it sucks I have to say that because I love MJF, and don't get me wrong, I think MJF is going to be the future star of the company like they say he is. I think MJF is going to be the biggest star because AEW knows how to create superstars, real life superstars. WWE, not really good job, but this is not about WWE, this is about AEW. AEW is going to push MJF as a big star. He is going to be AEW World Champion one day. I just don't think that tonight, well, not tonight, but tomorrow night, he's not going to win the big one. He's not going to win the AEW World Championship. Something's going to happen. Wardlow's going to do something. It's going to cause MJF to lose the match, and it's going to cause friction and most likely a breakup between Maxwell Jacob Friedman and Wardlow. Moxley's going to retain the title. And it's funny how he's banned from using the Paradigm Shift, yet he didn't even use that move defeating Brian Cage, someone who's much bigger than MJF. So, yeah. So that's my AEW All Out predictions. I can't wait to watch the pay-per-view tomorrow night. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. And if you watch this video, please, for the love of my life, subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. Show some support to the boy. If you can spend time and watch World Culture Wrestling and the Botch Guy and all these other YouTubers, then I know you can spend 22-something minutes of your day watching my channel and watching what I do. So, just a little love. Just show some a little love for the boy. The boyhood. Alright, I'll see y'all later.